And you know, this tragedy in Newark is prompting questions about the difficult firefight. Joining us now is Captain Sean Tortora. He's a maritime operations and firefighting expert, as well as a retired ship captain. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Captain Tortora, this cargo ship was 12 stories high. So why was this fire so difficult to fight, compared to a high-rise building, for example?
Well, shipboard firefighting is uniquely different than structural or land-based firefighting due to the maritime realm. But the most notable difference is the strategy used in fire extinguishment. Shipboard firefighting tactics focus on the indirect or defensive method to successfully extinguish a fire. For instance, this fire is like fighting a fire. These poor firefighters had to fight a fire in a massive, moving, closed steel parking garage with confined spaces, difficult access points, and all the while being alert to the use of water. A structural fire, say a house fire, fully involved house fire, the firefighters will come in, they'll do roof operations, cut holes in the roof, and start putting copious amounts of water onto the seat of the fire. On a ship, you can't cut holes into the roof or the overhead, and you have to be very cautious about putting water due to ship stability. So the way the ships are designed, they have these fixed systems designed specifically for these type of fires. You seal the space up. Once you determine everyone is out of the space, you seal the space up. In this instance, the level of the where the fire was on the cargo decks, and then you inject CO2 into the space. And the CO2 will dilute the oxygen below 15%. Now that will stop the actual fire. However, the heat is still there, so it's still a danger. So the heat must be brought down, and that's brought down from the fireboats putting water on the side of the ship and cooling the bulkheads.
Yeah,
and
Captain,
this process can take days.
We get the idea. Extremely difficult given those conditions. One more thing here. A lot of people look at this ship and we see all those cars, and you automatically wonder, does that add an extra element of difficulty to a situation like this?
Well, the regulations are extremely a small amount of fuel in the cars, but let's not forget the ship itself is carrying over 1 million gallons of fuel oil to run the ship. So as long as there's no significant ignition point, the amount of gas in those tanks is not that great.
Okay, Captain Sean Tortora, thank you so much for the insight. We got a good feel for the enormity of what firefighters were facing there tonight. We appreciate it. And do stay with CBS 2 for continuing coverage of the Newark cargo ship fire. We'll have the latest updates on our website, cbsnewyork.com, and another update coming up on the news at 6 o'clock.